We're recording? Check. 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 No regrets. What? You have a hole in your mouth? A lip?
Well, at least we got that.
Child. This child. Anyways, hi everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Lanis Lore. I'm Lonnie. This is my co-host, Mike.
Hello.
The feedback on this is very bad though. I feel super echoey. Hello?
How's
Go ahead.
that?
Let me talk. Okay, that's way better. I was like, echo. Ever since I got headphones, like when I vocal stim now, it's pretty bad. I've never heard myself like back in the headphones.
Yeah, it is different if you've never heard yourself before, and yeah, I was like that too.
It was like the first day I thought I was on American Idol. I'm over here. Check.
Yeah, she was channeling her inner the voice, getting ready for the competition.
I can't sing. I cannot sing.
We're gonna get you to do Clone Hero. Like I'll play. And there's gonna be songs that you're just like, you can't tell me if I'm playing like a Sleep Token or Sleep Theory or Magnolia Park that you're just not gonna belt out singing.
That's like one of those things where it's like, don't laugh. It's gonna be like the challenge of don't sing for the sake of everyone's ears.
I start singing all the time, but again, like I'm used to doing this. But yeah, so I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about earlier in the week. Before we get into all that, me and Mike almost died.
Yeah. That was scary.
Why is it the day that we always record podcasts, we're like, hey, let's go get food and do like, some adulting before we record, and then something like always happens. Last week it was the squirrel, and then
yeah, last week was the squirrel.
This week wasn't.
This week was not anything that she could have controlled. If she did not have the ability to move over lanes, we would have got hit.
Mm-hmm. Dude didn't even wasn't even gonna stop.
No.
It's like he passed the stop sign and then he was like, oh, I guess I should stop.
It was like a rolling stop into the intersection.
It wasn't even a California stop.
No, that dude was just.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
Yeah. And then he was like, what? Like, we both looked at him, and he was like it was our fault.
Like his whole front end wasn't in the road.
Yeah, and thank God
there was no
nobody in the left lane.
Yeah. So, I think now Mike's going to start carrying rosaries with him when he drives in the car with me because it's becoming
Hail
a trend.
Marys, All Fathers, fucking just de-sage your fucking car, just fucking
de-sage or sage.
Yeah, sage it. Fucking
like
get rid of the fucking bad spirits before we fucking go anywhere.
Align the chakras.
Align the chanclas.
The chanclas. We should align the chanclas.
Get the fucking Gatorade out of the microwave. Whatever we fucking got to do.
Something's always in the microwave. What do you keep?
Something.
Are you like hella Mexican? Like, do you keep your pots and pans in your oven? If I open your oven right now, are there gonna be pots and pans in there? That's a yes.
Yep.
That's how I always know I'm in like a home, like a fennec Latina home.
Yeah.
Let me go look in the oven real quick. Hold on.
I might sound white as fuck, but
all right, I'm gonna stay for dinner.
Yeah, dude,
it's about to be
exactly.
gas.
Yep.
You got the pans in the oven. We know.
I'm surprised you didn't see me pull out my pan from the oven when I was making your girl.
No, I was playing Five Nights.
Yeah, you were playing FNAF. Yeah.
I was playing Five Nights, losing.
Not once.
I swear that game knows when I'm playing. Because they are so aggressive with me, and as soon as Mike takes the control over, it's like nope, breezy.
I make it 4 a.m.
Made it till 5, no 6. Made it till 6.
Well, the fourth night made it till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
No,
you completed it. Right?
No, the fourth night. The fourth night I did make it to 5 a.m. and then Bonnie's bitch ass.
I can't even make it to 1. I'm lucky if I make it to 2. Like lucky. Like that was a good run if I made it till 2.
She
I
she
cleared night
had
1.
she had yep. She had her time.
I always have
She
a time.
had her time of time of my
Today,
life.
Junior.
I know, goddamn, can't talk. I took the fattest fucking nap, and I know I was snoring because you were editing content, and I felt it like that was my ASMR. Like it was the hum of your motorcycle. Yep, and then I was just fucking out, and I know I was snoring too. I could hear it.
Yeah.
But I was out. We went and got tacos after we ran around. I got a food coma.
Dude, he was struggling in the car. He was fighting for his life on
I
the way
was
back.
fighting for my life, and I was like, Lonnie, I just have to close my eyes.
You
And
were
then
not a nice person, by the way, when you were sleepy. When you were tired, you get like
it's bad. It's bad.
Me.
It's bad. I can't.
just like, all right. Like a toddler. Like somebody needs a nap.
That's what I said. Old man. That's why I made that comment. I need an old
I
man
don't
nap.
even
And she
think
was
that
like,
it was an
"What
old
the
man.
fuck?"
It was more like a toddler tantrum. You were like, hey, me. I'm like, sir.
Dude, I'm bad, man.
I can't nap. I can't nap in the middle of the day. Like I don't know something about it. Like the sun's up, I'm up. Like I can't nap.
Me and naps, man. Me and naps go hand in hand.
I don't know. I just can't nap.
Whew.
I've tried and I'll like lay and I'll be so tired and I'll just lay there and I'll roll around.
Yeah,
Just
some
like
people are like that. Yep.
Yeah.
But
it's unfortunate.
not me, man. If I go down, it's like I'm not coming back up.
No, you came back up. You're good. You
It
power
was a
nap.
solid half hour. It was a good.
That was only the one I just posted, like the content I just made. I made 2 videos in the amount of time you were napping.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, that was
Yeah.
quick. Hell yeah.
I know. He was all watching me make the content when he woke up and he was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm making content." And I was like, he's watching the process. He's like, "Damn, you're fast at this." I'm like, "Well, yeah. I mean, like I know, like when I
It's like she's done this before.
it's crazy. Almost like I've been doing this for like almost a year.
Almost a year. Yeah.
It's crazy. Because I can whip out content. Like I will just look through the footage and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna section out section, and then I know I'm gonna do it, and then like, yeah.
Yeah, it was quick.
And it's interesting because I feel like my content that I don't put a lot of effort into it always does really well. It's the content that I'm sitting there and I'm like, let me put like effects and music and this and that, and let me go all out and I'm gonna film this scene just for this video, and everyone's like, or at least the FYP is like, guess what? 300 views, 10 likes. That's what you get. But when I post stuff that's like, I don't know, no one's gonna think this is funny, and it's like me in the parking lot with like Jared messing around. It's like, oh, congratulations, 3,000 views and like 200 likes. I'm like, wow, really?
Yep.
That's why I just stopped kind of like trying, like, and putting like, I shouldn't say trying, but like I stopped putting so much effort into it and just trying to be more authentic.
And that's exactly why like I converted from my streaming Instagram account and TikTok to just straight memes because people like stupid shit.
Yeah. Well, I think also people can tell when you're fake and when you're authentic. And so I just started posting like more authentic content. Yeah. Like here it is. You guys seem to like my POV and my vlog style one, so here you go. Or you guys like my like more vulnerable like insight to my brain, like whatever I'm going through.
Yeah.
So, which is interesting because I don't know. Everyone I've only, like I said, I've only met one person who was like, "Oh, you're not authentic." Which is wild because that one person was a situationship, and he was like, "Oh, well, I just feel like you're one person online and another person in real life." Because everyone that's ever met me, like that has followed me on social media and that has met me in real life, they all say the same thing that like.
And I said that like even before like getting to know her, Lonnie, on like the personal level that we're at now. I said the same shit like a week and a half in.
Yeah.
Like we just started like hanging out and talking, and I was like, yeah. You're like that same exact person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy that.
I feel like it's like a telltale sign of like, did you even know me? Did you even want to get to know me? Because like, if you truly know me, you would know that like what I put out there on the internet is like.
Well, and then the other thing too is like you're showing me your process of like just simply like, hey, this is how I do XYZ. I don't understand why that person would get that upset about making content, because I'm sure you were trying to do the same thing with him.
Yeah.
It was like a simple, hey, this is like, and I was like, I don't understand. Like I don't get that. And I was thinking about that too when I was like just watching you do that. I'm like, this is fucking cool. But
I don't know. I think some people are just like not into it, and that's cool. But it's like,
I think it goes along the lines of what you were saying too. It's like, are you trying to get to know me as a person?
yeah, because like I've made content for like it's not like a new thing where I woke up yesterday and was like, you guys, I'm gonna go make content today. I'm gonna be an inspiring content creator. And then like realistically, like would I like to monetize off my content? That
Sure.
would be great.
Sure.
But if like I don't, am I gonna crash out and be like, who am I? And my existence is nothing? No, like absolutely not.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I make content simply because it's something that I enjoy to do, and for like the 5 people that follow me on all my platforms, you know who you are. Shout out, love you guys. Like, because I see you guys you follow my podcast, you follow my TikTok, you follow my Instagram, and like, like.
First of all, I also have to put this disclaimer out there. And like I was talking about this with Lonnie yesterday. I love every single person that is making that one TikTok about
The DA.
the DA. I love all of you guys. Look, man, I'm trying to get my driving privileges back next month, all right? And like if she walks into the gym Monday,
Mike's like paranoid that she's gonna come in and be like, Michael, I saw your TikTok about my cakes. So
Look, man.
he's like, man, I'm never gonna drive again now.
Look, man, dude, it's like she's gonna extend my shit. Like I'm never gonna get my shit.
I don't think
And it's not even. Look, man, Lonnie's talking about her panties. Like Lonnie's talking about getting laid up next to some dude. There is so much more things for her to go viral over.
But they don't want that. They want to talk about the cakes that are on the DA. That give the people what they want.
I guess, man. Just I guess.
He's like, oh my gosh, she probably saw it already.
She
I'm like,
probably
I'm
saw
just
it
waiting for people to
already."
start tagging her in it, honestly.
Well, I genuinely, I told her this too. I was like, I genuinely think somebody had commented
her name.
and it at least the first name sounds correct.
Mm.
And that's what I was like, I think that's it, but I don't recognize the last name. But the first name looks super familiar.
Well, we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out Monday. I'll find out
next
Monday.
week.
Yeah, because now my lifting schedule changed a little bit. I go in like late afternoon around 3:34, and that's when she gets in. Because by the time I'm done lifting and I clock in, the Zumba class is done, and that's when I see her. Is when she walks down.
I think everybody that I like have affiliated with at some point in my life goes to that gym. I swear.
Yeah.
Also, not a disclaimer, but a thank you to everyone that has been watching our content and are following our Instagram, our TikTok page, and our YouTube channel. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting us. We love that you guys love the podcast, and I love that you like. I know I have, and I know Mike has shared that a lot of you guys have been coming up to us when you see us out and about, and is like, I love the podcast. Let me tell you about my tea and lore. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. That
my coworkers have done the same thing. Yeah. It's like, well, I see you guys have this. Let me tell you about XYZ. Yeah. And like, oh, shit.
Dude, I even have his coworkers now messaging me, being like, hey, Lonnie.
Yep.
Let me tell you some things. And I'm like, that's great. Also, it's kind of a compliment to me because, I feel like, oh, you guys feel like, I'm vulnerable with you. You can be vulnerable with me, which is kind of the idea of the whole platform. If you think about it, like, I feel like I don't think that I'm exclusive to like this crazy stuff that happens to me. I feel like a lot of people have crazy stuff happen and then they just don't know where to put it.
Right. Exactly.
That's what do you do with a lot?
Right. Either you're going to sit on it or you're going to tell somebody. Mm-hmm. But yeah, not in the capacity that everybody now feels comfortable.
We're all living in the same universe world.
We're all living in the same matrix, man.
Thank you, Matrix. That's what I was looking for.
Same simulator.
It's all simulator. It's not real.
We're all becoming sentient with each other now.
We're all syncing up.
We're all syncing up like Menzies.
I synced up poop cycles Jared, so.
There you go. See, we're the programming.
I write with Jared so much. I'll be like, dude, I gotta go. I gotta go. And he's like, yep, I know what you mean. I'm like, all right, well, type shit. Because majority of my friends are guys. Like, I think it's just kind of, it comes with the communities between the gym community and the motorcycle community. those are both predominantly male communities that like majority of the guy or majority of the friends I have are men.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of like bro vibes,
Yep, just out here broing.
broing,
Just out here broing.
just
Instead of
broing
Bluey,
away.
she's broy.
I'm broy.
Minus the New Zealand accent, Australian accent.
It's Australian, not New Zealand.
Whatever.
New Zealand's like Polynesian.
Yes.
Yes,
They have an accent too.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more like it's more like a pig Latin, like Latin pigeon talk, like the Hawaiians and Polynesians have. It's like almost like I guess that would be equivalent to like the sound of like Californians if I had to like describe it.
Yeah, it makes
But
sense.
Australians and Californians and New Zealand's don't sound anything alike, so I don't know how you're making that correlation at all.
The Geico gecko is a New Zealand accent. It's not Australian.
I didn't think it was Australian.
Yeah, so that's where I'm basing that off of.
Oh,
I guess there was really no context.
there
to
was no
that.
context. So you're like yelling at me, and I'm like,
I'm
sir.
not yelling. Oh my god.
I'm like over here like we did not make this correlation. You're like half conversations in here, the other half is verbal,
Like,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
I'm bad at that.
yeah. I mean, despite though, like I feel like we live this all life together. I also feel like a lot of us live parallel lives. Like, do you ever like I don't know? For me, I have a couple people that I've known who live like we live coexisting next to each other my entire life. Like I'll be somewhere and they'll be like one street over or one person away. I have a really good friend. I won't we'll call him Z. And we've been friends for a long time and like he is one of those people who like we live parallel lives. Like I will be somewhere with my kids and then I'll leave and then I find out hours later that he was at the same place, the same location around the same exact time with his kid. Like it's crazy. I'm like, bro, I told him I was like, anytime when I went snowboarding and I was up in the mountains, he was literally up there too.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't know
crazy.
until like the last day when I was leaving, coming back into town, and I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Why does that always happen? Like parallel lives, but they never cross." And
Yeah.
but I also think that's like a whole thing where it's like you're not supposed to cross. I think social media, kind of
Yeah.
in the internet, puts a like a
Like a
little rip in it,
location.
you know?
Yeah.
Not even like a
yeah.
location. I feel like it's just like you have the free will. So like if you left everything up to chance and destiny, I don't believe in soulmates or anything like that, by the way. I don't know if we've ever had that discussion, but I don't believe in soulmates because I believe in like free will. And I think that like the internet kind of puts a rip in like that whole theory because people are like, oh, it's our destiny to meet online. It's fate. Is it? Or is it the fact that you just like scrolled and the FYP algorithm showed you my video and based off of that, you're like, oh, type shit. She cute. Let me slide in them DMs. Because that's not fate and destiny, sir. That is all free will. All
Yep.
of that is free will because you built your FYP brick by brick. So like tell me
Right.
where fate and destiny comes into that. To
Right.
me, fate and destiny would be like if I met you at a random function or in an elevator somewhere in Denver or somewhere in a random city and we hit it off and we ended up like it ended up working out to where we ended up happily ever after. That to me is fate and destiny because like what are the odds?
Yeah.
But like liking my video and sliding into my DMs is
Yeah.
all free will.
Yeah, because you have to like a certain type of content, certain type of person, and then clearly you're going to be a multitude of like your type of personality. You're tatted, you ride a bike, so you have to build your algorithm to show that type of content.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's interesting because that's why I don't use certain hashtags. I try to avoid ones like anything tattoo related and stuff like that.
Yeah, it
I don't
makes
know. I
sense.
feel like a lot of guys like when they see my tattoos are very much like, oh, you're my type. And I was like, well, I'm very generic. Brown eyes, brown hair, tattoos. Wow.
Yeah,
This is like the blueprint to like alternative girl.
yeah,
I
Yep.
saw Mike's ex for the first time the other day. Last night. Was it last night? No, it was the other
night
day.
before
Yeah.
over the weekend.
It was the other day because I went to the gym on Friday. It was like Thursday night.
Yep.
I swear, all of you guys like the same exact girl. It's like she's like AI generated or something because this is like the same. It's the same facial structure with the same eyes, the same eyebrows, like the whole. Like I'm like, Y'all are dating the same girl. I swear. I swear. It's kind of wild. I was like, well,
Look, man, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, she's not. She's cute. She cute.
Until she gets mad.
I don't know. Some guys like that stuff.
I don't know.
It's the whole. If you see me getting smacked around, just know I'm where I want to be.
Right where I want to
I'm
be.
like, ooh, toxic. Oh my god. Like I'm the only one that says that because everyone's like, haha, I know, right? And I'm like, ooh, cringe. Ooh, I don't. Maybe because I've been in a DV relationship, so I'm like, ooh, I'm not where I want to be if I'm getting smacked around. Let me tell you what, that is not where I want to be, and I'm not the one going to be smacking you around.
No.
Yeah, I tell people my joke now is like, I'm too healthy for you. Because a lot of these people out here like that toxicity, and I'm like, I'm way too I'm too healthy for you.
Too healthy. Yeah.
Like I'm too emotionally regulated. Regulated.
Like irregulated.
Irregulated. So I think that yeah, it's just kind of a wild concept. I like the toxicity. And it's a whole lot of smack me and spit in my mouth, and I'm like, I'm not kink shaming. I'm not. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to smack you. Maybe spit in your mouth, but I won't smack you.
Well, pre-workout. If you're gonna spit in my mouth, it's got to be pre-workout.
Who the hell can put alcohol in their mouth? Don't even. Never mind. We're not going to talk about that because that's.
Coyote ugly more than one time. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Sir.
Yep. Yep.
Mike, when you were an alcoholic, were you one of those? I want to know. When you were actively drinking, were you one of those guys where you would get drunk and you would think that you were like Johnny Bravo?
No. That I will openly admit, I was never the type that I thought I was hot shit. Even when I was in the Army, I was never that type. I was the beginning when you're having fun with alcohol, you're having fun with it. I was funny. I will 100% openly say funny. And then it turned into, let's get him to do whatever the fuck, because he'll do whatever we say. So
that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. So I never thought I was the hot shit kind of person. I was at first in the beginning of my party phase, I was the absolute type to make you laugh. That type of fun drunk, and then it turned into me being just being, I guess, just like, hey, Michael, do it. He's fucked up. Like, I jumped off the second floor balcony of the barracks.
Why?
Because I got that.
Maybe this is why my lore is so deep, because I never did anything like that. Like, so the universe is like, you know what?
Well, you gotta also understand,
you're too calm, Lonnie. So we're gonna send you hell in a handbag.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. Like, barracks parties are just a whole different type of fucking beast. Man, I remember coming back from my first fucking deployment. The Fort Hood barracks, the like patios and like the walkways, they were outside. So like it wasn't like your standard like barracks where everything was like indoors. You didn't have indoor hallways or like dorms basically. It was outside, and so they were like a horseshoe. So not only would there have been a massive party in the courtyard, every single barracks room had a party in it.
Dang.
And you could literally just walk in and out, in and out, in and out, and just have a fucking rager. And that's,
see, meanwhile, I thought it was at college I needed to do.
No, and two, so like why I'm so obsessed with Rock Band, I started playing that, and like that was what my room was. People would be in my room jamming, karaokeing to Rock Band, getting fucking hammered. Other people would leave, other people would come in.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, Rock Band, yeah. Whew. That's like the one thing in my past I'm like never gonna let go of.
Rock Band.
Yeah.
Now we just gotta get you a drums and
The makers of my guitar, the one that I had ordered to your house, they are making digital drum kits now. So
Oh,
it's supposed to come out March, April. So I'm gonna pre-order that, and
dope.
we'll get cooking. We'll get cooking. I think the highest difficulty I got on drums was medium, pro medium. So
Sorry, I was jesting. I feel like schmeagling over here. Schmear. Trying to sit up and be proper. Like
But
a
yeah.
proper lady.
But yeah, that's and then as my army career went on, I went to my second deployment. I was like, oh hey, yeah, I'm gonna be on post, like I'm gonna be on Bagram, like I'm not gonna leave, like it's gonna be super chill. Like it was not super chill. Um Veterans Day, we there was like a massive fun run. Army, all of our international
What's a fun run?
you literally just run.
Is it like a
It's
color
like a
run?
5K. Yeah, exactly. It's like a
I don't
5K.
understand people run for fun. I'm like, but that is just me. I'm like, I don't run. The only thing I run is my mouth. The only thing I run is my mouth.
Yep, same. If I was ever like in a family that does a turkey trot, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Families that run together stay together. I'm like, I'll see you guys. I'll hold the water for you guys.
We'll see you guys at the house at dinner. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I think Courtney tried to get me to do. She's like, well, I want to train for I think she wanted to do like was it a 5K or something like that? And I was like, she's like, you should do it with me. I'm like, no. I just straight up looked at her and said, I not. I said, I don't think you understand my level of I don't run. If I'm running, not even a zombie apocalypse. Not even a zombie apocalypse. Because at that rate, I'm like,
Take me.
yeah, like, look. I've already discussed too. If it's like the end of the world and it's like doomsday stuff, like, I don't want to have to forage for food out in the forest. I just don't. I'm tired. Take me out. Like, I hope I'm within the blast zone if anything like that ever happened.
Yeah, it's
Like, let me go.
I don't even know where little Debbie lives. Like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to hunt for food?
You can do the Twinkies. They never expire.
Yeah, they never expire. I don't even know where the little Debbie lives.
I think little Debbie commented on one of her videos, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're not talking about you.
Nah, that was
Debbie.
Deborah.
Yeah, it's Deborah.
That was Deborah. Big Bertha.
Big Bertha.
My phone is going off. You want to know why? Because I just posted some content. So
yeah, she's popular.
I'm popular.
Well, she's popular, ladies and gentlemen. She's gonna leave the podcast for bigger and better things, and
that's wild.
she's gonna leave all of our peasant asses, down here. She'll be up here, looking down on everybody. I'd say it wouldn't be deserved though. Like, you work hard, you deserve it.
It just comes to me naturally.
There you go.
Yeah, and besides, I have to take you with me, Mike, because who the fuck am I gonna annoy for the rest of my life? He gets so triggered by everything I fucking do, I swear.
I don't think you guys understand what the fuck happened last night. First of all, if we go to the top of anywhere, we are not bringing chips. That is for goddamn sure, for one.
What do you mean? I'm going to have Lay's give me a contract if that ever comes up. I'm going to be like, I need the kettle ones because those ones are the crispiest ones.
Not fucking horse chewing.
I don't horse chew. Okay, so I don't horse chew.
Watch all 3 of those clips. All right. First of all, don't. And
yeah, go find them on our channels. There's some clips when we're streaming, and Mike's upset because I'm just trying to enjoy my chips, and he's like, seriously. Well, I don't. You're the one who gave me the chips. You gave them to me on a what kind of plate was that? It's not porcelain. What is that?
Probably just like
a ceramic
plate.
plate. You ceramic plate
But
delivered them.
nobody said to purposely do like that was all on purpose, right? Nobody said to do that. And you know Five Nights at Freddy's requires hearing. You have to listen.
I don't know why you're upset though, because they came after me with vengeance.
I also got her back too playing Halo. I stuck her ass with a grenade, so I guess it kind of
You also
worked out.
can't follow instructions and listen to Cortana, and you're like, "Where are we going?" I don't know, Mike. If we listen to Cortana, she will tell us where we're
Wild
going.
concept that you're saying I didn't listen when I couldn't hear shit playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah,
It's
but you know
wild.
what you're doing.
I still have to be able to listen to these fuckheads breathe at the door 2 feet from my face.
I'll breathe 2 feet from your face.
Cue Hey Arnold.
Yeah. So what else do you want to talk about, Mike?
Well, what are we doing after this?
I don't know. Mike's forcing me to go to a Bears game.
Yeah, I'm nervous. Nervous about it.
Oh, Sunday when we went to the game, the crash out. They should have seen the look on his face. I honestly thought, yeah, you know what? And then he was like, "We can go whenever you want," because it was bad.
It was
bad.
yeah, 16-0.
And he made me
to the
go.
fourth.
He made me go when the Broncos were on.
Ah, yes.
And I'm not saying I'm super superstitious.
Yeah, say that 5 times fast.
I
Holy
know.
shit.
I was like, "Ugh, but like, here's my theory with the whole Broncos thing. Like, I'm a Broncos fan, blue and orange all the way through. But every time I try to watch a Broncos game or wear their jersey, they lose. So now it's a whole thing in my household that when the Broncos play, I'm not allowed to watch the game. I'm not allowed to wear the jersey. I'm not allowed to touch, affiliate with anything Broncos related, or we lose. Like, it's to the point where I think like my brother will be like, "We're down. Where are you at?" Like, he'll call me and be like, "What are you doing right now?" I'm like, you better not be near the." And so because like it works though, because every time I'm like not like in the vicinity. So last Sunday when we went, I was really nervous. And because we went with one of our friends, a couple of other friends, and they were like, they're Broncos fans too, and they're all over there like reading me, like, "Oh my gosh, did you see that?" I'm like, "Be quiet, don't tell me." And I'm like deadlocked with Mike across because Mike was sitting across from me, and I was like, "Don't you look away from me right now because there's something happening."
Stay
and
with
I can't. I can't look.
It was either like we were like, yeah, dead eye
Like-
locking, or she was like
On my
face
phone,
to
like, I was
phone.
like. Meanwhile, I'm getting like the rundown. "Oh my god! La, 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 la." Don't tell me.
Yep.
I'm gonna have everybody come for me.
I'm gonna have everybody yell at me.
Everybody.
And then yeah, we'll be streaming again too. We
Yeah.
found a good TikTok setup, so this at the time of recording will be Alani's second live
On stream for
on-
streaming.
Yeah,
game
on
streaming.
streaming. Yeah, one of my moderators last night kind of helped us out with the audio, so she got us situated with audio, and then we essentially co-host. We didn't multi-guest; it was co-host.
Let's go host.
Yeah, so we co-hosted on TikTok, which is super cool because it automatically lays out the overlay and the canvas
And
for
I think
us.
you can actually make it custom to where it's like I'm not so big and we're both small, and there's like a custom the screen. Your screen is custom along the bottom.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess
We'll have to play around with it
yeah, we'll
again
have to look
tonight.
at it. Yeah,
But
but I mean, we figured it out. So the time of recording tonight, you know, she'll be on her second live, and I think we should just do that.
what?
Fridays and Saturdays, just stay on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not really seeing anything on Twitch. Not that I'm like gonna ignore anybody over there. It's
He's lying.
just
He's like he's abandoning you guys.
like, man, nobody's over there.
jumping
when I'm
ship.
thinking, look, man, I gotta go where the energy is. I gotta go where the energy is. So
Yeah.
the energy is on TikTok, so that's what we'll do.
So you want to jump in a little lore?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be an episode without Lanis Lore.
Oh, we're gonna have to like edit the fuck out of this beginning half though. Hey,
Well,
Mike, though, Mike remembered to close the bathroom door this time because he was triggering the hell out of me.
look, and I said that multiple times last night. She's like, God damn it. So like twice.
Yeah.
Like, Lonnie, look at the bathroom door. She's like, I know.
I just like can't look at that screen. I'm like, you know what, Mike? It's just
Look, man, at least I close.
I'm just waiting for
Lower
someone
the
to be
lid.
like, all I was staring at the entire video was the toilet or something like that. And I'm gonna be like,
You're
that's
not wrong,
all.
though, because people
That's
would.
all, Mike.
People would. 100%.
So they would. People like to troll,
Yeah.
which I don't care because I'm like, oh, don't come for me unless you want me to come for you.
Right. And most people are not prepared.
Oh my God. So I was telling, I went to help out my friend, he's a friend in one of my communities, and he needed help with his, to get his daughter from his ex-wife because he gained custody this week, but his car was down. So I said, hey, okay, yeah, if you need it, like if you need help, I got you. Like I'll swing up, pick you up, and we'll go pick up the baby. And so that's what we did. But we met her at the meetup location, and I kind of like stayed back to like because me and this guy are just friends. We're just friends, like nothing crazy, nothing whatever. I'm just helping a homie out. And so I stayed back because he like goes up to get his daughter, and I'm like, respectful, like that's not getting involved. Like I'm just the driver. I'm just a non-paid Uber at this point, okay? And so
The getaway driver.
yeah, almost. So she comes up and she's all talking, and she just starts talking smack about me, and she's like, "Ew, downgrade, like you can do so much better, and you pick the most ugly looking women and blah blah blah." And I'm over here on my like pretending to scroll on my phone. It's that awkwardness where you're like, "Oh my god." And then like so he walks back with his daughter and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that." I was like, "I didn't hear anything." Because I don't even want to make it a thing, and I don't want to make him feel away like he like, because I'm helping him out, and then his freaking ex-wife is over here insulting me. But like, how are you gonna stand there and criticize me for my looks when you're built like Gru?
I was about at this part. Oh God, straight up meat wad from fucking Aqua
She's
Teen Hunger Force.
Built like Gru from Despicable Me. And my whole thing is like, I don't body shame, I don't fat shame. But
Right.
if you're gonna come for the way I look, then I'm gonna come for the way you look because what's fair is fair. You started it, not me. So don't be mean and then expect me not to hit that mirror and match your energy, okay? Don't come at me like that. But that was wild. I was just like, are we
She told me about
dead
that. My
ass?
fucking jaw dropped. I'm like, there's no way in fuck these people are having the Lion, the Witch, and the audacity over here.
They really do though. And I
That's-
was like, how are you gonna girl? You can't even get into the club. In the words of
You're gonna
Chris,
hate from outside the club.
Chris Brown.
You can't even get in. Let go. Boom, boom, bow, bow, pew.
Yes, that was kind of crazy. I was just like, was that the first time that's happened to me? No. I don't know. People are weird like that though, because they have like a lot of like there's a lot of people that have one-sided beef with me. There's only one person that I have beef with currently that like I don't I have beef with this person because I have not been able to have I don't want to say confrontation because that sounds very aggressive. I haven't been able to have a conversation of I mean, yeah, it's confrontation. Confrontation doesn't always have to be bad. It doesn't
Right.
always have to be a bad thing, a
Right.
negative thing. But like I have not like had a discussion with this person and I've never had the opportunity to be like, why are you trashing my name? And I know, and I have receipts, and I've heard it come out their mouth, like word for word come out their mouth when they didn't know that I was listening. So they can't even sit there and be like, I don't ever talk about you. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't say anything negative because this person likes to run around town and act like they're all positive and everybody's beautiful and love everyone and positive vibes. But then you want to sit there and be like, I don't talk shit about people. But let me tell you, that girl, like that's wild to sit there and say, I don't talk shit about people. And then in the same breath, continue to talk shit about somebody because you don't think that they can hear you. Is the
Yeah.
Lion, the Witch, and the audacity. That's what that is. Like, that's the only person I have beef with, really. But like everyone else, I'm like, it's kind of one sided. Like, it's crazy. It's so wild to me the amount of people who I think are running around town right now who are paranoid. And I know you guys are paranoid because you're moving weird. And even Mike's noticed it.
Yep.
Because we had some of these people go to Mike's gym and they're now moving weird around Mike, and Mike's like, that's weird. And will tell me, and I'm like, so that person, let me tell you what. And he's like, what? He's like, do you have lore with everybody in this town? It's kind of wild. Like,
as ADTR says, I hate this town.
I've just lived here. I've lived here for majority of my life. So like, when you live here for so long,
this kind of shit is non-existent in Chicago. There's way too many fucking people for you to even see anybody.
I don't even think it's that. I just think it's my life. I think my life just like that's what I'm saying is like it's weird to me how a lot of people will have things happen to them and they will never see those people again. Or
That's
they will
what
never
I'm saying.
like people like they'll make new friends. They're they will never cross paths in any shape or form. Not mine. Not mine. It's like everything always like Jen Psaki's full circle, come around, wraps around, intertwines, multiverse. Like it's crazy. And it's crazy because I feel like the more that we like hang out publicly, the more you see all the ties and all the strings.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because people in the gym, they'll say, hey, I love what you're doing, this, that, and they'll comment on our podcast. But yeah, that one scenario, person doesn't even come into the front desk. It's this person's significant other that does it. Me and this person's significant other, we chat, we shoot the shit for like quick minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, check in at the gym. We're all gravy because we're also. I told Lonnie that they are another couple that are going to the Bill Murray show up in Denver, because when Bill Murray released the tickets, he had asked me, hey, did you see the Bill Murray drop? I said, fuck yeah, I did. Are you going? I'm going. So they're going GA. They literally don't have VIP, but that's what is that? That's going to be technically the third people.
Like all my haters are going to the Bill Murray concert. I'm like, it's kind of wild. So I told Mike, not jokingly, I said I'm going to make a sign that says, all my haters are here. Yeah, because it's like that's wild that I'm going to be we're going to be all at the same location as majority of my haters. I mean, that's like, dang, you guys with your one-sided beef, like you guys at least all have great music taste.
Facts.
Maybe that's why we vibed at one point.
Well, and then I told her too, I was like, yo, you should have just Bill Murray at the meet and greet be like, hey, can you sign this, but also say like, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. Calling. Take a picture and post it on our socials.
He probably would do it too.
Oh, he would. Oh yeah, 100%.
He's like, I don't even know. You know what would be even funnier is if that person we're talking about got VIP and meet and greet too, and was like right behind us, and then I make him sign his FU da da da, and then da 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 comes up and is like, hey, my name's da da da.
Oh my god, I didn't even.
You think Bill Murray would be like,
make the connection? Like what?
Hey, wait a minute here.
Wait a minute. Why does that name sound familiar?
Bill Murray, if you see this ever, you just know.
I'm gonna click. Oh, I'm gonna scrub. Oh my god, I'm gonna set the 43:45 mark. Okay,
write it down.
43:45.
And that'd be funny. And the wheels are turning. Yep. But yeah, there's like a lot of one-sided beef, and like it's just weird because I told Mike, I said a lot of people are moving weird because a lot of people have guilty consciences. Because if you're not guilty of anything that I've talked about, then clearly I'm not talking about you,
right? And
you have no reason to start moving weird.
Yep.
So if you're moving weird, then you just like snitched yourself out to everybody.
Yeah, you're telling on yourself when you. That's it. You're telling on yourself when you want to get mad. And that's the thing about guilt. If you automatically have any sort of ill will, you're fucking mad, upset, angry, the truth behind that is because there's guilt.
Mm-hmm.
And those negative emotions is the front of that. So instead of taking accountability for what you did, your actions, whatever the shit, your automatic reaction is to just get mad because
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to take accountability for it. Because why would you if you're not guilty of anything? There's
Right.
nothing to be accountable for. So if you're automatically going to move weird, and that's the other thing too, you might not outwardly be or outwardly like project anger or whatever. If you start moving weird on purpose to avoid the person that's talking about it, to me, that's the same thing as admission to guilt
It is.
because you're not
To me too.
even confronting the person that's talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You're avoiding it. And to me, avoidance is still the same thing as admission to guilt.
Yeah, I definitely think they go hand in hand, and I think that I think it's like accountability. People don't want to be accountable for like the things they've done to me because that requires self-reflection and to look inward and be like I'm just telling my stories as I remember them, as I recollect them, as I like just to share my story out there for whoever may want to hear it or want is nosy, because I know a lot of you guys are nosy. I'm nosy too, so I don't even fault you. I'd be if this if I was one of you on the other side of the screen, I'd be watching this daily too. I'd be watching it weekly too, because I'm that person when something's going down. I'm outside playing, like I'm vacuuming the grass. Like I want the chismosa so bad. So like I get it,
Yeah.
but like to to be accountable though is back. I digress back. To look inward and to self reflect and to be like, yeah, you know what, I did do those things because nobody knows who we're talking about except for the guilty party
Right.
because I'm telling the truth.
Right.
Because you feel guilty because you know the truth is out there and you can't control the narrative. But I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody knows who you are except for you because you are guilty of it. So that's all I'm saying. Do with that with what you want. Like you
Yep.
don't want me to talk about it, then you shouldn't have been. You shouldn't
Should
have
have been a
treated.
shitty person.
Yeah, like that's what it comes down to.
Yep.
If you didn't weren't shitty to me, then I would have nothing to talk about.
Yep. Yep.
Wild concept out here.
And that's what it always comes back to. It's like, well, if you don't want me talking about it, you shouldn't have been a fucking shithead. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what to tell you. Sorry, not sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not gonna, yeah. And then you want to sit there and try to tell me what to fucking say and what words come out of my mouth. You're fucking high.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and that's like the other thing I worry about too is that we've had a lot of people that have reached out to us since the podcast like launched, and they're like, I want to come on there and I want to share my story, and I'm like, I'm all for like giving people a platform to be able to speak their truth, but here's the thing: is that I don't want it to be a thing. If I'm afraid if I say yes to one, I'm gonna have to say yes to like, well, I don't have to because it's my podcast and I could do with it what I please, but I don't want to have to put myself in a position where I'm like yes to one and then it becomes an issue of, well, you let so and so on, but not me, blah 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 blah. I mean, really, like I said, it's my podcast. I'll do what I want, but I don't want it to be a platform where people are going to be negative and just want to talk about what was done to them wrong, not what the wrong they did. I have a specific friend in mind when I'm talking about this because they want to come on and they want to talk about all their lore and their experiences, some of the experiences I was there for, and I'm willing to let them do that, but this person also did a lot of horrible things to the other party that they want to talk and explain the lore about. And I'm like, but here's the thing is that I'm like, I'm okay with that, but you're gonna have to tell the whole truth. You're not gonna be one sided about it and expect me not to sit up here and be like, yep, 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 and not clock you on it because you did wrong too. You are not an innocent party in this, and I will clock you on it, especially if I know about it. Like, why wouldn't I? So don't think that like I don't want people to come up here and think that this is a free for all. Like you're gonna come on my podcast and just like come for people in a malicious way, because this is not anything that I'm talking about is not meant to be malicious and with malicious intent. It is literally me telling my story based off of my memory and the receipts that I have and the facts that I have. And that's why we change the names and the locations and all of that, because it's not meant to destroy people's lives.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The premise of this podcast was just simply for you to tell your story and your experience. This is not meant to be slanderous. It's not meant to be malicious. This is like meant for her
It's like an outlet. It's
an
another
outlet. It's a good mental health outlet, but it's also like, here's my life. Have fun with it. Like, this isn't like supposed to be slanderous at
yeah.
all.
And I think a lot of it's too, like, it's just like some of the stuff that happens to me is so outrageous that I'm like, I gotta share it with somebody. Phone a friend. Phone thousands of friends.
Take it back to fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Phone a friend. I need a lifeline. What song just popped in my head after that?
Is it?
Lifeline
Oh,
by Papa Roach.
I was just gonna say. I saw them live last year.
I'm jealous.
It's good.
I miss OG Papa Roach.
What do you mean, like scars?
No, like Last Resort, like fucking their rap new metal album. Like their first release when I was in like junior high. Like that was
They played Scars live last year.
Prime Jacoby Shaddix.
Jacoby.
Jacoby.
They put on a good show, but they came last year with Rise Against. So,
oh, maybe I think I did hear about that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I didn't go.
It was really good. I felt like I was too amped up at the show though, because Rise Against was on and I was all, and everyone's looking at me like, we're here for Papa Roach, and I'm like, type shit.
Fuck
no
off.
regrets.
I mean, dude, that's gonna be me when Bill Murray comes on. I told her last night I'm gonna cry. Like I'm going to fanboy so fucking hard.
He's in a fanboy, and then I told him he has to help me get up on the crowd so I can crowd surf.
Yeah, just step right here. Pew.
Yeah, and then I'll come find you.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I'm even more excited because I told Mike, I said, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the universe is like over here tempting me because all these people are going to the Bill Murray show now that have one-sided beef with me.
We have
and
an added element.
Yep. Yeah, I'm like, I don't go looking for things in my crash out.
You really don't. Knowing you now for like this, even just a short 3 months, you really don't do shit to warrant 45 of the bullshit that has happened to you. Now that you brought that up, she really doesn't. Like she's just a girl trying to ride, trying to make content. Her boy picker might be a little wonky.
It's broken. It's been broken.
There's a whole bunch of lore that happened with my best friend back in Chicago. Lonnie said the same shit, and then of course when my best friend back home called me, she said the exact same shit. It's like holy
with the same person,
dude. So she's the exact same way. Like she was a bartender for many years, 20 years, and then she had worked at one location for about 12 for as long as I've known her when I was in the Army. So it was probably 13 years now. She was working at the bar that I had met her in, and now she's an owner of it. So her job is literally 9 a.m. to like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what she does. Mm-hmm. She goes to work. So when all of this was happening, I told her, I'm like, Cheryl, this is the first. The 2 weeks she's taken. Yeah, she's probably taken about a week off out of the 2 weeks that this had been going on, and in the 13 years that I've known her, never taken a day off. She has never called in sick. She had an extremely poor incident that happened to her back in November. She was back to work 48 hours, a full 2 days later. And that's what the type of person that she is. And then, she finally had to call herself out on it too. But her and Lonnie are the same exact. They don't do shit enough to warrant 45% of the shit that goes on with them. And it's befuddling to me.
Like, it's like, I'm not on a dating site. I'm not on Facebook dating, Tinder.
She's not either.
Like,
Yep.
I'm not. I
Yep.
know she's not. That's why, like, I relate to her so much, because I'm like, oh, I don't do that thing. I'm not over here adding random people on Snapchat. I'm not over here, like, actively looking at dudes adding random people or following random people off of, like, I mean, like, when it comes to TikTok and Instagram, if you follow me, I'll follow 9 times out of 10. I'll follow, especially if I know you're a motorcycle creator, another content creator. I'm gonna follow you back, because it's like, you support me, I'll support you, kind of thing.
Right.
But like,
fair.
but I don't like message these people like right out. Oh, I see that you're a guy and you're a motorcycle creator. What up? No, that's not a thing. So like, when this stuff happens and it finds me, I'm like, what is happening? And then, well, you know what makes it even more worse is that, like, when I genuinely do, I thought you were.
It's Tanner.
Do you need to answer that, bruh? You gonna edit that out? Oh my goodness! Should we pause?
No, he's talking about the Bears game.
Is he gonna come? So the thing that gets to me though is that, because I'm not on dating sites and I'm not on all that and all doing all this stuff, like, when I do meet somebody that I do actually vibe with and I'm attracted to and I legitimately like them, I am so afraid that they're gonna fucking see and hear all the bullshit and the drama, and they're gonna be like, I'm fucking out. I'm out, because that's fucking crazy. And I know, like, my best friend Tasha tells me all the time, she's like, yeah, but then they're not for you. If they're not
Right.
gonna, like, if that's
Right.
what's gonna scare them is the crap that, like, you've been through, then they're not for you, because
Right.
if they think that stuff is gonna cease to exist, is they're super delusional.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, because because the right person would try to, like, lighten that load from you and not be like, eh. Yeah. So
Yeah, and I think
I
that
agree.
comes with, like, also, like, knowing who I am. It's that, I think we had that discussion before, is like, in order to, like, you got to be a special kind of confident and secure person to be with somebody like me, or me in specific. It's because it's like, I am active on social media. I do
Right.
post content. With that comes that I'm going to have people that are in my even when I was married and I was not actively posting content and doing all that and on this, like, content creator journey, I had men when I was married who would be in my DMs trying to talk to me. Did I entertain it? No.
Right.
A lot of the time too, they were other married men. And I always loved it when they'd be like, oh, I just have some questions because you're a girl. No. Mm-mm. I am not a licensed therapist, so you don't need to be in my DMs. Speaking of married men, we can talk about that shit.
Yep.
So, I have a
This is
friend.
a good one.
Oh, you already know.
This is a good one.
I don't even think you know about this one. I don't think you know about this one. I think you think it's someone else, and it's not. So I have a friend who he's like, original tea for the first time. Don't mind if I do.
We're about to go get wings, but where's my popcorn bucket?
Oh fuck. So I have this friend that I've been friends with for a long time, and we've been friends with since, like, grade school and stuff. And, like, so she has an older brother and a younger brother. But she's got siblings. She's the only girl though. So anyways, so me and her, we're still cool. We don't, like, we're not, like, friends like we used to be. She's got her own, like, stuff going on, her own lore and all that. But, like, so her brother and my brother used to be really good friends at one point.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how, like, I would see him around and blah blah blah. And so, like, growing up, I was always, like, the annoying, like, little sister, and always just want to hang out with my older. What are you guys doing in here? you guys playing Magic? I want to play Magic. Like that annoying little sister. And as I got older and I like graduated from high school and all that kind of stuff, social media became more prevalent. So
Yep.
like, MySpace was first, and so of course like he had added me on MySpace. Like you added everybody you knew on MySpace. That was the thing. Sitting on MySpace, it was, coding and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So he had added me on MySpace and we would talk just like friends and all that kind of stuff through that. Like, hey, here's my number if you ever need anything, blah, blah, blah. Nothing weird. He ended up like moving like away for school and stuff like that. And then he was living out wherever he went to school at. And like through the course of that, I'm a Cliffy note this because there's a lot of extremist blah blah that is not relevant. So we long story short, through the years had built a friendship. He would call me or video call me. We would just talk about whatever. And then he would like, sometimes he'd have a girlfriend, sometimes he wouldn't. I don't know. I didn't really like keep tabs on him like that because I just really didn't. Like, you don't even live here, so I don't really care. Like, I talk to you when I talk to you. I'll text you when you text me, kind of thing. And then Snapchat became a thing. And so Snapchat was created. And then so he added me on Snapchat because when Snapchat was first created, you can still do it now, but like when it was first created, it synced up all of your phone contacts
Right. Yep.
immediately.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And so
Yep.
everybody that you had in your contacts was now your Snapchat friend. Thus, we became like he would snap me all the time and then we would talk and blah blah blah. And then I ended up finding out the course of like talking to mutuals that he was like married. This is his first marriage, keep in mind. And so I was like, whoa, like, no, not like, that's not for me. And he's like, oh, well, we're not like, he did the whole runaround of, we're not like married. We're like separated because like I sleep on the couch. I was giving him the same exact look, okay? It was the whole, I sleep on the couch and she sleeps in the bedroom. You're still living with her.
Yep.
Like, I get it. The struggle is real and it's hard out there. But like, you're still living with her. So me being me, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Well, all I have to offer you is friendship. Like I'm here, you can vent to me. And then this is when he started with the whole like, I want to be with you, I like you, blah 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 blah, the whole spiel that we've heard before, or I've heard this before. I mean, but
No,
it's the same old.
we're all living your life now. It's we've all heard this before at this point.
So he goes on with that spiel, and I was just like, yeah, it's crazy because you're like, still living with her. Because at this point I had become emotionally self aware enough to know like, look, dude, you can tell me everything in the world, but what matters is your actions, and the actions are saying that you're telling me this stuff, but you're sleeping. I don't know if you're actually sleeping on the couch
Right,
or
you could have
not.
said whatever. Yeah.
Like you could be laid up right next to her right now as you're typing this out, and I would not know.
Right.
Do you think I was born at night, not last night. But anyways,
Yep.
so through the course of everything, he was like, "Well, I'm gonna move back there to Colorado, and I like want to like pursue something with you, and I want to be with you." And I'm like, "That's wild. That's crazy. Like, this is almost feels like false promises of the future." So, but no, surprisingly, he like, oh, and so this was all happening, and then he had moved back, then moved away, and like this is like a back and forth, in and out, like a revolving fucking door with this guy, where he would pop into my life and then he was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm actually like he actually did get divorced though." So he did get divorced, but then he would like it was a revolving door of like I'm here, I'm not here. I'm here, I'm not here. It was the same concept of like I moved back to the state, I'm back out of the state. I moved back to the state, I'm out, in and out, in and out. And it's just the same concept with my life of like, "Hey, I like you. I want to be with you." And then dude would ghost me and disappear, and I wouldn't hear from him. And the next thing I know, I find out through social media that he or mutuals that he has like a girlfriend and stuff or a fiance or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so like everything is I don't like to say that like, oh, everything you said to me is bullshit, because I feel like people can tell you things in the moment and they can mean it. They can genuinely mean, like, they can genuinely feel how they felt in that moment. And when they said that to you, they really did feel that way, but they're not capable and don't have the capacity to show up consistently and to show up how you need to be shown up for with their actions for the long term.
Sure. Yep.
So I was also like at that point through all this back and forth, I was like, I'm not gonna wait around for this dude. And so I ended up like meeting my ex. I ended up getting married. And then when I got married, I told him, I was like, look, dude, I'm married and I got kids and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, that's cool. We're just friends. And like, after that, like after I got married and stuff like that, like it literally was just friends. And there was nothing like weird. It was nothing like nefarious or anything like that. It was always, how are the kids? Okay, that's great. And so from there, when I started having marital problems, like it was more of like, I don't know. I feel like people can smell that shit like blood in the water. I really do.
You know what the term is called?
Hmm.
Pussy vultures.
Ew.
Yep.
Vulgar.
That's the term. Yep.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a thing where people can smell that, like a wounded woman, like when from a wounded marriage, like they can smell it. And so like because
Hence
the
the term
way
pussy
that
vulture.
like he like came into my DMs and was like, "What do you mean? What's going on?" I'm like, "Nothing," because I was like, I was fully aware though. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to you about my marital problems because that's like giving you a freaking opening. And so I just kind of like kept it very general, like, yeah, we're going through stuff and we're working it out, kind of thing. And then, long story short, like obviously we didn't work it out, and like I ended up separating and all that kind of stuff. And he ended up moving back here, and I was separated. I was going through my divorce already, and
So when he
so
moved back, you were already separated.
yeah, so I was already separated. My ex wasn't living with me. Like we were not living together. We were already doing the whole share time and everything. And so he had moved back here, and he was like, I really want to give us a chance and give us a go. And at this point, I was like, I don't know if I'm emotionally ready and available to even like entertain that, but like, but like we can hang out like and see where it goes. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't, because it was like the first time I had ever truly like allowed myself like the thought of being with somebody other than my ex husband. And so I was like, all right, well, and then like he kind of just would like make excuses of why he never could hang out, or why, or like he would like text me and be like, oh yeah, we can hang out tonight. And then like it would like quiet, nothing. And I'd be like, alrighty, like ghost me, but not like ghost me. He would just like would ghost me for the day. And then like 2 days later or the next day be like, oh, sorry, some stuff happened, blah, 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 all the bullshit excuses. And then like I come to find out, like I come to like I come to find out because I had a feeling there was another girl involved. Because I'm like, the only if a guy is truly into you, he will cancel family plans. He will cancel plans with his family. He will move mountains to see you. If a man wants to see you, he will make it happen. He will find a way. Even if they live a clear across the United States, they will travel, they will move, they will do whatever they need to do to make it work and to see you if he really wants to see you. And so knowing that, I'm like, okay, either you're not that into me or you're full of shit. Like you're trying to play me out. Like I'm,
Yeah.
you know? And so I just kind of like took it with a grain of salt, and I was like, well, this is very on brand for him because like our entire relationship since I was a kid, you have been in and out of my life. So why would you switch up all of a sudden? Why would you switch up and show me something different?
Right.
That would be crazy.
Right.
And so I think it was like 3 or 4 months later, like he like didn't like he just would still like message me and stuff like that, and but we were like throughout the 3 or 4 months he had called me. He had randomly called me and was like crying, sobbing on the phone, and I answered and I was like, hello, and he's just I just need to be honest with you. And I'm like, what is, first of all, who died? That's what I'm thinking. Is like, I'm thinking because I know his like, I've known him since I was a kid, so I know his family and stuff. So I'm like thinking that's where when someone calls me crying, that's where my head goes, is like, who died? That's automatically where I go, is worst case scenario. And it was not that. Honestly, he sat there and is like, I lied to you, and I actually have a fiance, and she's pregnant, and she's the love of my life, and she found out about all these girls. And I was like, well, how can I ask you how many? And he's like, there's quite a few of you guys. So I was one out of multiple women that he was talking to, and his current fiance him and her started talking when he lived out of state, and he moved back to marry her. And then she got pregnant when he moved back here immediately. And so it wasn't just me. He was talking to me and I don't even know. He didn't give me an exact number. A numerous amount of other girls at the same time, and she found out. And so now he's like having this coming to Jesus moment where he's like, I don't want to lose her. She's the love of my life. And let me tell you, I know him well enough to know that he has never not cheated on a girlfriend. Never once. Like there, I told him, I said, I already know that about you. I don't know why you're not telling me anything new. I said, I don't know if you realize this, but you, like, I know who you are to your core. You are not a monogamy guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But stop. I think he's so in love with the idea of having that like monogamy lifestyle and the white picket fence, because his in my opinion, he came from like a broken upbringing, because there's a lot of like family drama and stuff like that I'm not going to share because it's not, you know, but like he comes from a very broken family unit, so I get why he like clings on to that dream. But it's like, dude, you need like a therapy. You need a therapist to work on all that trauma so it stops manifesting. Because right now, monogamy, I don't think is for you. I don't think you're capable of having a monogamous relationship where you don't cheat.
Right. Yeah.
Because you cheated on every single girlfriend your entire life. And so like he's having this coming to Jesus moment, and I just told him, I said, I mean, like, I don't know harm, no foul. Like we weren't together, dude. I was like, told him, I was like, I don't know, like I get like this is what you need to do. It's kind of like that whole like coming clean and admitting your, you know, your wrongs and blah blah blah. Like if that's what you need to do, that's fine. I said, I don't have like any like hate or anger towards you. Like am I surprised by any of this? No. But like, you know, it kind of all makes sense. So, and then he, my gosh, when I think it was like a year, and this past year, 2025.
Okay.
So he had deleted like all of his social medias, and he was like, "I'm gonna go to therapy and blah blah blah." I'm like, okay, well, best of luck to you, whatever. And so like we hung up. That was the end of the conversation. So then 2025, this past year, I noticed that he started re-following me off of his old socials, and he started commenting and liking my content again. And at first, I didn't pay any attention to it. I was just like, you know, did not even entertain that.
Sure.
Because I'm like, why am I like, okay, sir, like maybe. And I thought I gave him like the benefit of the doubt of like maybe it popped up on his FYP, and he said, oh, okay, I know who that is. I'm just gonna like her video. But then
Sure.
when he started commenting things to try to get my attention, even to the point where he would comment on my stories, because story comments go straight to the DMs.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so like he like tried having a conversation with me, and I was like,
Talking to himself.
oh no, I clocked him on it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just gonna let him talk to
no,
himself.
I did for a hot minute until he kept doing it. And then I clocked him on it. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I just thought I like, you know, just like see how you were doing because it's been a while. I'm like, you don't get to do that anymore. You don't get to pop in and out of my life and think that that's okay, that you're just going to sit there
Goofy.
and like, oh, I was just wondering how you're doing. I'm going to get a motorcycle too. No, you know what, bro? No, good for you. But like, I don't want to entertain it. Like, and he's like, well, I'm like, I don't want to like, what did I say to him? I almost want to bring up these receipts. I almost want to bring up the receipts. Let's see if I can find them because I know I have them still.
While you look for those, coworker Jay kind of had a similar situation. She was letting this guy that she's known for years, and just she let him talk to himself until the latest ice event happened, and he is they're not even like politically affiliated because she's actually like political and stuff, but they're not politically aligned. And she did the same thing, and she's like, you're not going to try to appease me by just saying what I want to hear, because I actually know that you're not like, you don't even talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so pretty much bottom line was like, yeah, we're not the same. We would never get along. So get out of my DMs, and like you're not gonna like get in my pants. And then and so the guy was like, "Well, you're ugly anyways," and then blocked her. So she told that to me in T Fit, and we're both like, "What the fuck?"
That is the most projecting thing I've ever heard. When guys go, when you tell a man no, and they go, "You're ugly anyways." Like,
Yep.
bro, you were like 2.5 seconds ago, you were trying to get my number, and now I'm ugly. Like, say less. Bye bye.
That's exactly what she said.
Like,
Yep, that's exactly what she said.
wild. I found the receipts though. So I guess we'll just start off like where he's like randomly just trying to have conversation with me, and he's like, um, he's all like, because he had been watching my story for a hot minute, and my
I'm
yeah,
so sorry, my calves.
they're sore. He's sore. Went heavy on legs. I went heavy on arms. So I'm like, this is as far as we go.
She's like, I gotta lift my arms up. Okay, go ahead.
So I said, da 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 da. He's like, great to see you working out. I started about 14 weeks ago at.
When was this?
You saw these receipts. I showed them to you.
Oh, you did.
And so, but I don't think you knew that that's how far back that lore went.
No idea at that.
Because I was just like, because I was messaging him in real time when we were doing a lift session. I was doing a lift session with you, and he was messaging me, and I was getting annoyed. And you were like, "Why are you like? Are you good?" And I'm like, "Dude, this kid."
I remember that.
Yeah, and you were like, "What?"
That.
And I was like, Then I started telling you like like super cliffy notes on it. Anyway, so I started talking about. He's like, I started working out, blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, I've been for a while now, like super freaking dry. Dude sends me a photo, like a gym selfie, and I'm like, he's like, oh, this is what I'm benching, this is what I'm squatting, my deadlift is this, and I'm like, the picture, he looks rough. He looks rough because he's like, not quite where I want to be at yet, but getting there. And I was just like, I replied back with, damn, bro, you good? Because like he looks rough. And I was like, damn. You okay? And then he's just like, he's like talking about he's working with the trainer and all this. Like these are like lengthy long messages. I'm just trying to sum them up. Then I was like, he's talking about he's working with the trainer in Texas. And I thought that was weird. And I was like, oh, so you're back in Texas. That's good. Love that for you. Literally, it said, nice, you're back in Texas. That's good. Love that for you. And he's like, no, I'm here. And then he's like, tells me where he's working at in the state or in the city. And he's like, what do you love for me? I was like, yeah, look. He says, what do you love for me? And I said, all of that sounds like all good things. And he goes, thank you. And he's like, what's new with you? And I was like, nothing really, because this is not an opportunity for you to try to like get into my life again.
Your way back in.
And then he goes, nothing at all. And I said, I said, I don't know, not really. I don't know, when's the last time we talked? And he said, almost a year or two ago, I called you and you were very honest and with me and respected that I finally came out with the truth about the phone call that I was just telling you about.
I don't know if she respected that, but okay, buddy.
And I said, I didn't say much. I already knew everything you told me, and you said you were not going to reach out anymore for the sake of your marriage because she's the love of your life and you don't want to lose her. And he says, still not going to. I finally did all my therapy. No more triggers. I said, sir, respectfully, your contradiction is leaving me unsurprised. Are we dead ass right now? I literally typed out, are we dead ass right now?
I've gotten that emoji so many different times.
I got Mike confirming these messages so you guys know that I'm not just like
so
lying,
many different times. When I get that from you, I'm like, oh, I fucked up.
Because this is what that looks like. When I give you that look, I'm being so fucking for real. Like
it's like scary. Yeah. Yep. It's scary.
And then he says, okay, then I will stop. I just knew my boundaries. Like no flirting, and wasn't trying to. You just popped up on my FYP, didn't search you out. Sorry, I wasn't trying to contradict. Glad you're okay. I will stop. I said, are we dead ass right now, bro? You messaged me multiple times. Even if I came up on your FYP, you don't need to DM me. Then you dead ass tried to gaslight me. That's wild.
Yep.
He said, I really wasn't trying that. I'm actually saying you're right. Was curious. I'm sorry I reached out, Lonnie. Wasn't trying to be anything. No gaslighting, no nothing. It took years for you to pop up. Just curious that that's true. Like, it wasn't years, sir. What are you talking about? And then he said, I replied with, and you're still replying? Sir, I don't think you need me to validate you. Are we dead ass right now? But yeah, so like, I mean, like, I don't like, that's the wild thing about it is like, don't be on my FYP. I mean, don't be in my DMs if I pop up on your FYP. If you know that you like, you have no business in my DMs and like,
Right. Right.
make it make sense. And then it's like, oh, because you're you're married again, and now you have a child. You have a child. This is his only child. Keep in mind, so he doesn't have like multiple children, multiple women. This is his only child, and you have a child with this woman. And she looked like a very nice lady, by the way. I did do some snooping when I first found out when he called me and crying, and I was like just curious, like, and she looks like when he met her and was dating her, she's a single mom, and she's like she has a good job, and like she looks, at least I don't know, from what I could tell, I don't know her personally, but from what I can tell, she looks like she's got her stuff together, and she looks like she's an attractive lady. She's got her stuff together. She takes care of her kids. She's a boss lady. I'm like, good, pop off, queen. Love that. But why are you with this schmuck? Like, that's my concern. Yeah. It's not even about him. I feel bad for her because I'm like, do you realize who you married? Because he has cheated on every single person he's been with. And if you think for a second that that man's not going to continue to cheat, and this whole thing about, oh, I was just curious, you popped in my FYP. No. I know you well enough to know what your motive is and you're looking for a freaking in back into my life because you're going to want to start out as we're just friends until you want to be nefarious about it one night and you're going to slide in a dick pic that's unsolicited. You think I'm new here? I'm not going to be your side chick. When you're married again, you did that to me once. I'm not doing it again. And also, like, I was like, at this point in my life, I'm like, bro, I would never date you anyways because, like, what? So you can cheat on me? Oh wow.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Let me sign up for some more trauma. Like, let's be dead ass for real.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't understand what the what goes through some of these people's minds. Like, I don't get it.
Sometimes I don't think anything. I think they just do it.
I'm not the one. So, and if you see this, you know exactly who you are. And if your wife ends up figuring it out, I hope that she has the family funds to be able to go through a divorce because like the fact that you cheated on her with multiple women when she was pregnant. Like, oh my God, that poor woman. Not even poor you. You deserve like the day you deserve because that you're horrible for that. As somebody who, like, my oldest daughter, when I was pregnant with her, I found out after I had her that her dad, she's a different dad than my other two children, than my ex-husband. It's not, my ex-husband is not the father of my oldest daughter. But I found out he was cheating on me the entire time I was pregnant. And the mental crap that put me through in turmoil, I would not wish upon any woman. So knowing that, like, I don't feel bad for him in this situation.
No.
There are numerous times where I'm like, I thought about reaching out to her and being like, tell your husband not to be DMing me. But then again, I don't want to do that to her because I'm like, that's not fair to her. And I hope, because if I know for a fact that if he's doing it to me, there's other women.
Oh, yeah.
There has been other women.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, sir, do you think that your ex-wife is going to be okay with you ever being just friends with me when you tried to literally have an affair with me, an emotional affair, physical affair with me when you guys were engaged? Are you out of your ever loving mind to think that your wife would, oh yeah, you guys are just friends type shit? What is wrong with you that you would think that she's like, yeah, I trust you?
Not the finger guns.
Because if she is saying that, then I'm worried about her mental state too, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
To think that somebody in such a short, like, I believe people can change, but I think change takes years in therapy and work, and you're going to fumble and mess up and trip over yourself over and over and over again, but you're going to keep putting in work and keep putting in work, and every single time you get a little better. You
Yep.
get a little better. You heal a little more. You make better choices every time. And
Yep.
then eventually, over time, you become a better person who makes better choices, and you're not triggered, and you know how to like create safe spaces and boundaries and ground yourself. Like, that's how that works. It's not like I went to therapy for a year, I'm all good. Like,
He
that is
said
not.
no more triggers. Like, dog, that is not.
That's
how
not how
that
that works at all.
It's not Johnson and Johnson with no more tears, dog. Like, that is not how
They
that
gave me
works.
this special soap, and now I'm not a cheater.
No, yeah, right. Like, what in the fuck?
Johnson & Johnson gave me a shot. It cured my infidelity.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So, but I mean, that's all I got for this episode today, because we're gonna wrap it up so we can get to this game. But I don't think I don't think I ever told you that full story, huh?
No, it was just that. You touched on it a couple of times, but I don't think we've returned on it since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because even then, definitely not that in depth.
Yeah. It was pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you
He would
saying all of
snap
that
me
in
like
the gym.
videos of him like self gratifying and stuff like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'd randomly be in bed at like 2 a.m. and just like get a snap, and it's like, it wasn't just pictures, there were videos too, and I was like, ew. And it's like weird when you like somebody, but like I didn't like we were like talking, but I was like, that doesn't do anything for me.
Never in my life.
You've never sent a video?
No, I would rather make the video with the other person.
OnlyFans.
Look, man.
FOOF.
Look, man.
I've never made a video. I've never sent a video.
Couple.
You
I made
guys,
a couple.
I'm like realizing now in my 30s that I am so vanilla. Like, compared to everybody else.
Yeah, we have that.
Compared to everybody else, I'm like, wow, you guys, this whole time I was like, I'm adventure. I mean, I think I'm open-minded, but relatively to everyone else's experiences, I'm like, I blame my marriage. That's
That'll
what I
do
blame.
it. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do
I'm
it.
like,
That'll get you, locked in with one person.
But it doesn't make me promiscuous though, which is interesting. Like, I'm not over here. Yeah. But anyways, so all right, we got to get going. Otherwise, my mic's gonna be missing out and all that.
We're not doing that.
All right. But we'll see you guys like next time on another episode. So, bye.
Bye.